Today's video is about the mixed grip chin-up. Mixed grip, very simple. It's when one hand is facing you while the other hand is facing away. And when you're doing this, you will want to keep in mind which hand is facing and then alternating accordingly. If you're doing even sets, like 4 sets, you could do a whole set with one hand facing you and then the next set switching. If you're doing 3 sets, for example, or maybe even just 1 or 2, and you want to switch during the set, you do half your reps one way, half the other. If one way feels easier, I recommend you start with the side that feels the hardest. That way, that side will kind of catch up, and the side that, for whatever reason, feels easiest will just kind of compensate and stay where it doesn't jump ahead, right? If you start fresh with a stronger side, it's going to have more energy, you're going to do more on that side, and then the lagging side won't have a chance to catch up. On that note, let's go into the chin-ups. So in my gym, I have a gap in between. Some gyms will have a complete bar and a straighter bar, which will give you a chance to play with the width. So I don't have a choice. I'm going to have to put my hands on the outside here to do the mixed grip. And also I have a pose here which will be in the way. I'll still do it facing you, but keep in mind my range of motion will be somewhat limited because of the post. If I was doing it on my own, I'd be facing the other way where I would have no bar, then I could raise myself all the way up. And I'll start with my right hand facing away and my left hand facing me. When I'm going to be hanging, I'm going to activate my upper back so that my shoulders are not like this. That is very bad for the shoulder, risk of injury with your rotator cuff muscles. So you want to activate the upper back, and you can tell by the gap between the ears and the shoulder that my upper back is keeping me from angling, so it's engaged. From here, I'm going to pull up and then control down. When you're doing this one, 2 muscles are somewhat differently activated. With the hand facing me, there's more biceps involved, and with the hand facing away, which is like a pull-up, I'm having more lats. The lats are also involved in the chin-up, but a little less because the bicep is also taking some of the activation, right? It's taking a little bit more of a percentage from just being, or mostly being, the lats doing the pulling. And that's why I recommend switching when you're doing this exercise. I get to the top, I feel a nice squeeze in my upper back, and then I control down very slowly. You can still get a stretch in the bottom position while keeping the upper back engaged, right? You can still feel a stretch in the lats. My arms are going to be straight or almost straight, and then from here I'll pull again. If you activate the core, swinging shouldn't be an issue, and if it is, just keep practicing it. With the strength and with practice, the swinging goes away. I'm lucky here because I can touch the floor when I'm doing these, so I don't put myself in a risky position. But if you have to hang, I would highly recommend use a bench or a stool so that you can put your feet on something. You don't have to jump up, especially when you're learning the chin-ups. It's much safer to set yourself up properly. Make sure you have a good grip, right, and you set your shoulder blades, and then let yourself hang. Much safer that way than jumping, grabbing. If you do the jumping and grabbing, I would highly recommend that you be proficient with the movement first before you go to that level, a little bit more higher risk. And that's it basically for the mixed grip chin-up. Any questions on YouTube, please put them in the comments. And if you are on my online training program, please send me a message through Trainerize, and I'd be happy to assist with any of the questions you have.